Hi everyone, so today we'll be looking at the approximation CSEC questions, and we will do about 4 in this video, right? So the first question we're looking at comes from January 1999. So that's actually way before any of you were probably born, right? So let me just write that year there, right? 1999. Cool. So part A says calculate the exact value of this thing here. Now whenever you have brackets, always work out your brackets first. So basically we would have, let me write A here, 0.35 squared, take away 0.03 by 0.8. Now, as I said, work out your brackets first. First, you need to remember, what does it mean to square a number? So, for example, if I have 4 squared, 4 squared is 4 by 4. If I have 7 squared, that's 7 by 7, just 49. Squaring a number means you multiply that number by itself. So, for the brackets, this really means 0.35 by 0.35, right? And I'm just leaving that in brackets because we didn't work it out as yet. And then this second piece here, on your calculator, just work it out. So I'm going to show you on my computer calculator here how we're doing that. So 0.03 multiplied by 0.8. And we'll get 0.024. So let me write that in 0.024. And now, for the next part, the first part with the brackets, let's just work that out. 0.35 multiplied by 0.35. And you will get that there, right? So 0.1225 take away 0.024. Now, just to show you something, when you square in a number, you could also write 0.235, and that squared option on the calculator will give you that, right? And then from there, we're just going to say 0.1225 take away. So now take away 0.024. Again, we do that on the calculator, but do it everything in pieces, right? And then we get 0.0985. 0.0985. Right? And this is my answer right here, 0.0985. Good. So that's the first piece here. Right? Cool. So now let's look at another, the other part, Part B. You want to express 0. So let me just write it over here. 0.0345 to 2 decimal places first. Now, please don't confuse decimal places and significant figures, right? Decimal places, when you hear about decimal places, locate where your decimal point is, right? So my decimal point is here. So the first number right after the decimal point, which is 0, that's my first decimal place. So then 3 is my second decimal place. So you join a line after the 3. Look at the number right after the line. If it's 5 or greater, you add 1. If it's less than 5, you leave it as is. So my answer for part B, part 1 would just be 0.03, right? And now for part 2, that same number, 0.0345, we want to express it in standard form. Remember standard form? We need to move this point and put it after the first number that's not 0. The first number that's not 0 is the 3. So 3.45, and then you always multiply by 10 to the power of what? If my point is now here, and I want to reach back to the original spot, I have to move it back 1, 2 places to the left. So that'll be -2, right? So that's our first approximation CSEC question that we're looking at. Let's look at the next one. Alright, so in the next question we have, open brackets, 2.86 plus 0.75 close brackets plus 0.481 squared give your answer to 2 decimal places. First, we need to work out what all of this is, right? Work out your brackets first. So let me pull up my calculator here. So brackets, we have 2.86 plus 0.75, right? And we will get 3.61, right? And then this piece here, remember what does this mean again? You can work this out at the side. This is 0.481 squared, which is 0.481 by 0.481. And let's work out what that is on our calculator. 0.481 multiplied by 0.481. And we get this large, well, a lot of numbers here. So let's see what we have here. We will get 0.23, I believe is 1361. And then from there, all we have to do is just add these two numbers, right? So now let's them. So we're going to add them together. And we would get 3.84. Let me just get the rest of the numbers. 1361. But our answer doesn't stop there because we are asked to write it to 2 decimal places. Remember, decimal places start from right after the decimal point. So 8 is my first decimal place. 4 is my second decimal place. So you draw your line there. The number right after is less than 5, so we don't have to add anything. We just get 3.84, right? Now, let's look at our next question. So now, here we have, this is June 1998, right? Alright, let's change the color here. Alright, so first we need to express this, whatever this is here, all of this, to 2 decimal places, 2 significant figures, standard form. So firstly, just simply divide, right? So we're going to get 0.0402 divided by 0.71. You're going to get a long set of numbers. Just put the first, after the decimal point, put the first 4 numbers or 5 numbers afterwards, right? So we get 0.05661, right? So now part 1, we want to write this to 0.05661 to 2 decimal places. So to 2 decimal places, 0 is my first decimal place, 5 is my second decimal place. You draw a line, the number right after the line is greater than 5, so you add 1. So we get 0.06. For part 2, we're using back the same original number. We want to write this to 2 significant figures. And remember, significant figures starts from the first number that is not 0. So 5 is my first significant number. 6 is my second significant number. So I draw my line after that. The number right after is greater than 5. So we have to add 1 to the number before. So we get 0.057. And then for part 3, right, when I write it in standard form, so I'm going to write back the original number again. And now remember, for standard form, you have to take that point and put it after the first number that is not 0, which is the 5. So you get 5.661 by 10 to the, if the point is now here, how many times to reach back here? 1, 2 times to the left. Right? And that's my answer right there for this one. Let's look at this last question here, which was actually the assignment question, right? Now, for part A, you want to calculate this exact value of this here. I always say work out the top first and then work out the bottom separately, then divide. So let's work out the top first. The top first is 2.8 plus 1.36, right? And we get 4.8 2.16. Now work out the bottom. The bottom is 4 minus 2.7, and we get 1.3. I really advise you all, do not do all of this on the calculator. Do it separately. Work out the top first and then the bottom. And now we're going to divide 4.16 divided by 1.3. And we will get 3.2. Right? And that's part A. And that's the exact value. Exact value means you put in whatever number you see on the calculator. Right? Now for part B, right? Firstly, we need to calculate what this is. 9.72 times 12.05. So let's work it out. Just put it in straight on the calculator. It's just two numbers in the multiplying. So 9.72, right? Multiply by 12.05. Sorry, I put in the wrong number there. Let's just do that over. 9.72 multiply by 12.05. Right, so we get 117.126. Good. So part 1, they wanted the exactly figure. So exactly would be that value right there. Right? Part 2, we want to write the two decimal places. So for two decimal places, let's write our number 1. Let me just draw a little partition here. 7.126. Which number is my first decimal place? The 1. And then 2 is the second decimal place, so I draw the line after that. The number right after the line is greater than 5, so I have to add 1 to the 2. So according to round it up to two decimal places, it will be 117.13. Right? Let's look at it now. In terms of the two significant figures, right? So let me just change the color now. Right. So again, we're using back our original number, 117.126, 117.126. We're going to do it to two significant figures now. Remember, significant figures starts from the first number that is not 0. So which number is my first number that's not 0? The 1 here. And then the next one is my second significant figure, so I'll draw my line after that. The number right after the line, that 7, is greater than 5, so I add 1 to the number before the line. So I get 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. Remember, any number before the point, you have to replace with a 0. We not the numbers after the point, you not put in zeros for it. Remember, I explained all this in the previous videos, right? So look back at those videos if you need a refresher. And then for part 4, standard form. So again, we write back your number, your original number, 117.126. Remember, standard form. I need to take this point here and put it after the first non-zero number. The first number that's not 0 is the first one. So I get 1.17126 multiplied by 10. How many times if the point is now, I have to move it to get back to here. I need to move it 2 places to the right, and that will be my answer there, right? So it will take some time to get accustomed to these questions, but you will get it. Keep on reviewing it and you will get it, right? So I'll see you all next time.